Hi, I'm Ali Holzman. I'm running for state assembly in the 75th district, and we're getting down to the end of the campaign here. So I wanted to make this video just to lay out some of the details of this Foxconn deal that people are probably hearing about and might not totally understand. I'm going to start by saying that obviously business is expanding in Wisconsin, new industry here, new jobs is a good thing. You know, if businesses come to Wisconsin, they follow our laws, pay their fair share, and hire our workers at a living wage, that is a good thing for our state. And as a matter of fact, as it is, the way Republicans have it set up, the corporation Foxconn could have come here and built their plant and never paid any state income tax, which is a pretty huge benefit and should have been more than enough. But it wasn't, and so Governor Walker and the legislature agreed to give Foxconn, which is a private, foreign, profitable corporation, almost $3 billion of state taxpayer money. So it's $2.85 billion in state money, and this is our money that we pay in our taxes, and that will be given to Foxconn, and it's not just a tax break, it's actually the state will cut a check to Foxconn if they build a plant in Wisconsin and hire 13,000 workers. It's an outrageous amount of money. If you do the math on that, if Foxconn creates the 13,000 jobs that they say they're going to, all of us will be paying Foxconn over $219,000 for each job created. Now this, again, Foxconn is a profitable corporation. They made over $4.5 billion in profits last year. And now our representative here, Romaine Quinn, decided we should give them $219,000 of our public money for each job they create. In addition to the fact that they will never have to pay any state income tax here. And so it's just really hard to swallow. It's not reasonable, it's not responsible, it's not conservative, it's just a terrible use of our public dollars when we need that money for so many things here, for our schools, for our roads, everything. And instead, that money will go to this already profitable corporation who will be building a plant 12 miles from Illinois, right? Nowhere near any of us up here. And just to give you kind of an idea of how much money that is, for that same amount of money that the state agreed to give Foxconn, to give one corporation, the state could have given out 3,000 $1 million grants to businesses in Wisconsin. And they could have set it up so that they required an equal number of grants to go into each of Wisconsin's 72 counties, which would have meant that Barron County, our county here, small businesses would have gotten 41 $1 million grants. Now, it's tough to imagine what that would do for our economy here. It would be pretty transformative, and it would certainly do a lot more than sending $3 billion to build a plant that's hundreds of miles from here. And so the other thing that I think is worth mentioning, that I find really worrying, is the precedent that it sets. After the legislature agreed to this deal with Foxconn, then we heard from another profitable corporation, Kimberly-Clark, who currently operates in Wisconsin and has plants here, and came forward after that Foxconn deal was agreed to and said that they were going to leave the state and cut the jobs that they currently have here already if they didn't get the same deal as Foxconn. And so the assembly, our representative here, agreed to give Kimberly-Clark, a corporation that had over $3 billion in profits last year, to give them $191,000 per job. And again, these aren't new jobs. This isn't new industry expansion in Wisconsin. This is just paying a profitable corporation to not fire our workers. And the assembly agreed to it, our representative agreed to it, and it's just really worrying to see this trend, because that is not going to do good things for our state if we continue to spend our public tax money in these massive handouts to these corporations rather than investing it in our communities, in our infrastructure, in our people, in our schools, all of these things.